All right, and we are getting ready to wrap up with our last two races of the day at day one at the WIRA Championships. This is the third level final for the women's novice 4. We do have 4 boats on the course, and in lane 1, UC Davis. Lane 2, Seattle University Club. Lane 3, UC Irvine. And lane 4, Cal Lightweights. Now, important to note, maybe it's not important to note, but interesting to note is that, again, we have Seattle University. They are here with both a club rowing program and then their varsity program, which is a Division I program, part of the West Coast Conference. So this is their club program. So really cool. You don't have to be a Division I NCAA athlete to enjoy the sport of rowing. I think it's great that you can come out and be competitive at so many different levels. And then also for the Cal Lightweights, it used to be a program that was just populated by guys, and now it's co-ed. It really doesn't have that much to do with lightweight rowing anymore. It's just essentially the club program that is at Cal, and it's one of the strongest club programs at the university. So super cool to see them out here. But back to the racing action. With 4 boats on the water, UC Davis is your clear leader. They already have about a length and a half of open water. The Aggies, who row over in the deep water port of Sacramento, the western part of Sacramento. Of course, they know Lake Natoma as well as any Sacramento area crew. So it's kind of cool for them to just be able to cross town and come over and come to a championship event. Behind them in second place, it's going to be UC Irvine, sitting maybe about a seat above Seattle University and Cal Lightweights. So those 3 crews pretty close to each other as we come through the first 500 meters.
And right now we still have UC Davis as our current leader. And again, the team is really proud of this 4 and their novice program. The novice 8 got first at Crew Classic. They've done a really good job here, have shown some very strong work ethics and dedication this year, and they're just really excited to go out and race the other crews and see how their hard work paid off. So they have a really incredible history, too. They were founded in 1977 and won the NCAA D2 champs that year, as well as in 2003 and 2002. And they now have a really amazing club where the rowers and those who have never rowed before kind of come together to build this really well-rounded team out in Davis in Western Sacramento. So they've really had a strong history since 1977, and it is still showing again here with the novice women who did a great job at Crew Classic and are now doing a great job here, still commanding lead in first along the shore, and we should see them coming up to the 1,000 fairly soon. Again, as soon as we can get a better view on the course as a whole, we will give you some better placement. So it is still Davis there in lane 1, then looks like lane 3, and then 2, and then 4. But lanes 2, 3, and 4 are all still quite connected, bow to stern.
Yeah, just a little bit more about Davis. Now, when I was an athlete back in the day, which was a long time ago, pre-NCAA, I rowed at Cal, and we regularly rowed against Davis. They were always a very, very strong crew. And so some great memories of actually being up here at Lake Natoma racing against Davis. They were a stronghold of women's rowing on the West Coast. And one of the traditions that they have as a program is of naming their boats after strong and influential women. I'd love to be able to see what the name of the boat that the 4 is rowing in, but they regularly will name their boats and their shells after important women, either in sport or science, education, and also women that have been crucial in the development of the UC Davis women's program. So just kind of a cool tidbit about them and the tradition that they have passed on for many years.
Legacy, really good legacy there, and building culture in that community, which really helps keep the program going perpetually for many years. So really well done to UC Davis there, up in first. Again, still in that first place position, pretty confidently, not comfortably, confidently.
Yep, very confident. And you had mentioned that they that their novice 8 took first at San Diego. Now, that is no small feat. San Diego is an intimidating race because there's just so many people. It's so busy. It's a big party. There's a lot of action. It's a big body of water.
A lot of elements.
A lot of
on
elements.
The race course.
Yeah, and a lot of importance for a lot of these crews that travel far to go to to that race. So being able to take first place in an event like San Diego, I mean that is a really huge part of their season. Probably a highlight. For
this is a national stage.
Yeah, exactly. That is kind of a bellwether moment for a lot of their for a lot of that program. And actually, their novice 8. I know that this is a 4 right now, but many of these girls might be part of that novice 8. They're currently ranked for the ACRA polls as the 6th place crew for freshmen and novice 8s. So there's a lot to be said for that novice program at Davis.
Yeah, and looking at the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place crews here, we haven't really seen too much change. It looks like lane 3, Washington State, UC Irvine. Their UC Irvine is still in 2nd, and then followed by Seattle U, and then Cal Lights on the outside.
And that Cal Lightweight program, they have a new coach that is leading the charge right there, Leon Maurer. He also coaches at Berkeley High School, coincidentally, right next door. It could be in the same space, actually. Just joined the program in January, so that's always a challenge to kind of look at new leadership right in the middle of the season. Coach Maurer rode at Berkeley High School and Orange Coast College, so quite a bit of expertise probably coming from Coach Maurer and influential for that program. So it'll be fun to see as they develop in the next couple of years. And, last year, the women's novice 8 for Cal Lightweight was 3rd last year. So they have a good history of performing well at the novice level and doing a nice job here. The Cal Lightweights are out of lane 4. All right, UC Davis coming into the final 250 meters here. Those red buoys, that's what that means. 250 meters. How many strokes is that, Whitney? About 30, 40 strokes? 20 strokes, depends on the coxswain's call.
Yeah, it's about 25 for an 8. We go roughly 10 meters per stroke, very roughly, little bit
Give
less in a 4, absolutely, in a novice 4, maybe a little bit less. So probably within the next 20 strokes here, 15, 20 strokes for this 4.
And behind them, I mean, what a great race for Davis. That stroke seat, and the athletes can take a look up the course and say, wow, look at how strong we are and look at how much we've done throughout the season. What a great finish for them as they come across the line in this final. Behind them, it's actually pretty tight between all 3 crews. You can see the coxswain of the UCI boat sitting up nice and tall, looking across and making sure that she keeps that crew in their 2nd place position that they've held for a good majority of this race. But they're seeing a big challenge right now by Seattle, that club program out of Seattle University, and then Cal Lightweights on the other side. Right now, Seattle doing a nice job, maybe just inching ahead of UC Irvine all the way to the line. They're going to put a lot behind the oar as they try to bring up the stroke rate, and indeed taking over that 2nd place position. Irvine now in 3rd, followed by Cal Lightweights. Really tight in those final 3 positions there.
I know. I love to see those coxswains sitting up like that because you can just feel it. You can feel the passion in them looking over at the other boats and how excited they are to just urge their crews, like will their crews forward to try to get that 1st or 2nd place qualifying spot, whatever it is, to beat that crew next to them. So it's really exciting to feel the passion again all the way from the land, from that coxswain seat. So here we are, I think, coming up to our final race of the day.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. This is the final